This strange sighting comes from JC via the Phantoms and Monsters blog.
Manta rays in the sky, 6 of them in a line with equal spacing. Judging the distance in relation to airliners coming to land at Philadelphia International, their width was 2 times the length of an airliner. The coloration was a silver, blue with a glow to it. Their form of locomotion was quite strange. They had an erratic undulation from side to side, almost like they were tacking through a wild river current. I was amazed they were able to propel themselves forward in this fashion, let alone stay aloft. Their speed was comparable to a small plane. I watched them continue to travel east towards New Jersey for 5 minutes, till they got too small to watch. They appeared to be real creatures. The only thing that bothered me was that strange color and glow. I wondered if their skin is excited by the sun. I had the feeling if you were directly under them, they could be translucent. A note: I always thought there should be creatures living in the skies we know nothing about. Being translucent makes sense, for one of the reasons creatures are not seen more often. I waited almost 5 years to report this sighting. I wanted independent confirmation, but none was forthcoming. My location was central Bucks County, Pennsylvania, on the border with Montgomery County.
But JC isn't the only person to have seen these strange flying creatures. Reddit user G000DN recounts this strange story of a flying manta ray.
I saw a transparent, flying manta ray on a clear night right after dusk. It completely blew my mind and really made me question reality. I've never hallucinated or seen anything like that in my life. I've never used any kind of hallucinatory drugs. I found websites where people have witnessed the same thing. The same cryptid. It was a clear evening, the sun had just gone down, so it wasn't completely dark out. I have a streetlight literally at the end of my driveway that gives off a good amount of light in the immediate area, for example my yard, driveway, trees across the street. I was standing outside waiting for my girlfriend to pick me up to go to dinner, and while I was waiting I was standing around looking up at the sky. It was a nice night and I live close to an airport 30 miles from CLT Douglas Airport, Charlotte, North Carolina, so there's always something going on in the sky. While following planes in the sky, I notice an odd shape flowing silently and gracefully through the sky. Using the streetlight as a guide for height, I would say this creature was approximately 50 feet high in the sky. Definitely no higher than 100. What I saw in the sky was literally a manta ray. Wow. Just as I was writing this, I found this page while looking for a good picture to use. Apparently I'm not the only one. The figure I saw was a manta ray gliding through the air, but I could see through it. The best way I can describe what I could see is that it was cloaked in the same way predators are in the Predator movies. I could definitely see the figure of a manta ray, but it was cloaked. I could see the stars in the sky through its 6-foot-long figure. I watched it fly directly over the top of my head until it had flown out of sight. Graceful and silent, with a form that moved in such a way that it could not have been mechanical or man-made. It was alive. I've never seen anything like that before. It made me question what we know and what we think we know about the world we live in. I've talked about this a few times on Reddit, but I've always wanted a good subreddit to post it to.